now.
It's been a little while, but I am back and excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for being here. We have a project called Solarba with us today for this AMA session. Solarba is a utility token providing essential tools and services to help crypto projects accomplish their goals. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome Rick from the team. Rick, pleasure to have you back. If you can start out introducing yourself, talking about your team, and give us some insight into your background experience.
Yeah, absolutely. For those that don't know me, my name is Crypto Rick here in the space. So you can find me on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Crypto Rick. I've been doing YouTube videos and crypto since 2017. I've been making projects for the past 5-ish years as well. Everything from meme tokens to utility and everything in between, from full NFT games and anything we can dream up. I like to build stuff and give people some safe plays in the space. So tons of experience on the marketing side, a lot on now the project ownership side. And I continue to learn more and more every single day that I do this. So super pumped up, super excited. Perfect time to be bringing a utility on Solana, right? Solana blockchain is absolutely blowing up. So to be able to be one of the few projects with a true utility that's proven to not just work, but be picked up by the market, right? We're averaging over $10,000 a day in revenue. So the proof is there. We are doing very, very well. People are using this project. People are using this product, and it's showing in our buybacks, burns, and our chart overall. So I can't wait to dig in with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction there, Rick. Rick, we know Rick for a very long time now. One thing I really respect about Rick is that he's a hustler. He's been in space for a long time, very well connected. He's a YouTuber as well, but it's always on the grind. As far as I got to know you, Rick, even though we don't chat, one-on-one, etc., but I do see you from far away. You always in something, always working on something, and I respect that a lot. And that's what it takes, right, guys? That's what it takes. The resiliency, the willingness to learn, and just go through experiences, right? And I'll tell you what, with this project here, I actually had a chance to actually dive deep into it. I'm actually impressed with this project. And yeah, let's dive into it, Rick. So before we go on here, let's start out with the basic, right? Let's start with the basic. So this is a project. It's a utility project, guys. This is not a meme project which we have. You guys have been hearing for, I guess, 99.9% of the time, right? Wherever there's an AMA now, whether it's spaces or whatever, it's always memes. So this is actually kind of nice. The reason why I say it's nice and I kind of like the utilities because, like Rick says, that now I did not know about the revenue. He just said that it's generating 10,000. Is that a day or a month?
That's a daily revenue, and we put 45% of that towards buybacks and burns. So when I get into the buyback and burn figures, it's staggering how much we buy back and burn on a regular basis. Just yesterday, I burned another $50,000 plus worth of tokens, and we don't wait for big marketing events and make a big deal about it. This is just what we do. So it's just a normal day of doing business. So it's a lot going on with this project.
Good, Rick. So let's dive into it. And man, the tokenomics is actually pretty amazing. But yeah, let's dive deep into it. Okay, so go ahead and tell us about this bot. Before you tell about this bot, let us know why it's needed, and I will expand on on what you said. So what you're saying, like what you guys build, is actually very needed in the space currently, especially with the current climate of the space, right? You have to be able to compete with other people. So let's dive deep into it. What is it about? What kind of services you have, and why do you feel that the bot is the services and the tools that you guys provide is necessary?
Yeah, first things first, what we offer right now is a volume bot, right, to keep that volume nice and healthy. It's a safe volume bot where it has built-in MEV protection, so nobody's getting sold on because they're creating the market for their token, which is extremely important. It also has a DexScreener rank boost built into it, so you can actually utilize the bot and move up the DexScreener rankings, get on that first page, and if your algorithm is right with all your other features, you can get yourself trending in that top 30 of DexScreener via our our bot as well. So that's at its core what it started as. It works on Radium, works on Meteora. Also, it's a pump fund bump bot built in. It's a moonshot volume and bump bot built in. So it has a lot of those things. In addition to that, it has a holder bot built in where you can actually increase the holder count of your token. So for anybody that is unaware, as you mentioned, it's extremely competitive. Every single top project out there is using every trick up their sleeve, every advantage they can to stand out from the crowd, to get the eyeballs to look at them. That means DexScreener trending. That means getting listed on CoinGecko. That means having a lot of volume. All of those things are what people are looking for. So in order to compete in that space, you have to be able to do those things. And what we provide is a utility for those projects to be able to come in and compete with each other. At any given time, we have between 5 and 10 of the DexScreener top 30 utilizing our bot at that time. So it's very, very widely known now, very, very widely used in the Solana space. There's really only one competitor that has more market share than us, and that's Fatality. And we continue to nip at their heels and take their market share on a daily basis because we're just better when it comes to the user interface. The users get full control over the bot, and our price is either half as much or less than half as much. The more you use it, the more you save with us. So we have people that are saving 90% compared to what they used to spend on Fatality. So the model is there for the utility. The case has been proven, right? And now it's just about fine tuning, adding more features along the way, and going from there, right? We get DexScreener rocket boosts and all that stuff all available from the bot. We have so much more coming too. It's wild. Busy times.
That is incredible there. Like you said there, Rick, looks like the business model is proven already. They're literally generating revenue already. So now it's about fine tuning it and strategize and just making it better, right? Whether that's new, different services or etc. down the line. But currently, they are generating revenue. Now, in regards to what they're building, guys, just kind of like Rick mentioned there, in the space now, especially Solana, just Ethereum, everywhere in general, it doesn't matter what blockchain it is, right? You see a project coming out, and there's a big volume, 12 million, 20 million volume right out the gate, guys. This is the stuff that they use, right? This is literally what Rick is building here. So for you to compete now and for you to actually get the attention, you need the spot, right? To boost your volume because volume reflects interest, right? And whether that's true or not, you have to do it because we're just in the space where it's competitive. And so that's what the bot is for. Now, Rick, you said there's a volume bot ranking boost for this is for DexScreener, correct? And also holder distribution. Elaborate on that. What does that mean, holder distribution?
So right now, basically what it is, it's permanent holders for your token just to boost that holder count because, again, that's something that people are looking at. So what it allows these projects to do is it's one SOL for every 500 holders, and then they can send a small amount of tokens to these random wallet addresses that will never be accessed by anybody and never sold. So it can guarantee that it's going to be a holder for life. The reason it costs one SOL for that is because the Solana network has a 0.002 Solana token fee for every single token that's sent to a wallet, right? So that's why when you burn Solana tokens, you get 0.002 SOL back. That's what that is. So that's why it costs them one SOL, because that's exactly what it costs to build 500 wallets on the Solana network.
Got it. Wow, that's actually very useful for developers. And again, these are the things that everybody's doing it right now. So if you're a developer, this is something that you should really look into. If you think about launching a project, this is the bot that you should really look into. Because as you know, Pump Fund, we all heard of it. It only costs like $6 to launch a project, right? And that's why you have like 10,000 a project launching in like every 10 minutes over there, right? But you think about launching a project, these are the things that you definitely would need. So make sure you guys check them out. Yeah, so that's pretty incredible. Now, Rick, how do you guys compete, like as far as your volume bot go? Well, you said that you guys are very, apparently, you guys are not the only one out there. Would you say you're pretty competitive out there with the volume bot?
Yeah, I'd say we're more than competitive. So how it works is you rent our bot, and by renting our bot, you get access to all the features that you want, whether it's Pump Fund, whether it's Moonshot, whether it's on Radium, you're trying to use DexScreener boosts, trying to use the volume bot for any or all of those. So it's very easy and encompassing. You don't have to use different bots for different stages of your project, which is important. In addition to that, what we've done is we've fine-tuned this bot so much to be the most effective and efficient, because we don't make money on the transactions. A lot of these other bots are making money on every single transaction. We only make money on the rental itself. So we will try to make the transactions as efficient as possible for you to make sure there's a lot of value in choosing to pay us for the rental, right? So a lot of people will do a lot of excess transactions and weird stuff when it comes to how they operate the bots, because they get paid for every single transaction. We just want it to work. We want it to work fast, want it to work effectively and efficiently, so you keep coming back and renting it from us. So in our volume bot, you can go all the way up to 1.3, $1.4 million per hour in volume with our volume bot.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So that's actually the volume bot, guys. Actually, I've known a guy when the volume bot just started, right? So what he would do is that he would use a bot like this, and he would actually invest into the token. And you don't even have to be a developer to do this, guys. I'm just gonna give you a little tip. You don't have to be a developer to do this, right? To use the bot. So you will buy into the token, and guess what? And you boost the volume. And I know a lot of people do that, right? So this is not just for the developer side only. This is for the regular people doing it. That's something that people are not aware of. But a lot of people out there, let's say a token where it's been consolidated for a long time now, right? And they get a nice position. Guess what? They pay for a little volume boost, and anybody can do it, right? You don't have to be a project owner to do it. And you pay for, let's say, 3 SOL, 5 SOL, and you see the volume coming in, those buys coming in, sparks interest. Guess what? So that's the tip for you guys there. You don't have to be a developer to use the volume bot. But let's break down the different packages you have on the volume bot, because I feel like the volume bot is so crucial now and there for every single project out there.
Yeah, so packages start at kind of like the tester package for 1 hour. It's 1 SOL, all the way up to 30 days of unlocked bot usage for 30 SOL. So what happens is we have a lot of developers that either A, make multiple projects, B, have one that fails and they try another one, because that's what the meme space is all about, right? Let's face it. So they can actually rent for 30 days and use this bot on as many contracts and as many projects as they want in that 30 days. We can even have people that oftentimes will run multiple projects from the same bot and the same rental. So they'll be running volume for 3 different projects under 1 rental for us as well, and only having to pay the radium and transaction fees. So it really, really simplifies and streamlines it for CTO leads and things of that nature. People are so used to fatality. And you'll go into a CTO or a project, and it's like instantly on their launch checklist. The reality is, those people, once they start using our bot, they don't go back to fatality. There's a reason why our market share continues to grow on a daily basis. It's because of the extra features that we've put in there, the extra flexibility with our users, and the ability to use it on multiple projects simultaneously, even if you wanted to. So when you start factoring in the results you get and then the cost savings, it's a huge difference when it comes to running our bot versus the competition.
Okay, so yeah, I'm actually looking at your website here. You got the pack 1 up to pack 6. So pack 6 being 30 SOL for 30 days, which you have unlimited usage of it. Okay, that's actually very unique there. Okay. All right, now let's say for example, Rick, I'll pick pack 2, which is 2 SOL for 3 hours. Now, do I get to pick like how many transactions? What is the volume like?
Yeah, so you have full user control. So once you rent the bot, it's like renting a car. What you choose to do with that car is up to you after that. And all you have to do is provide the fuel for that machine to run. So what you would do in that situation, you say you rent it for 3 hours and you want to get as much volume as possible. You throw some SOL in there, right, for the fuel costs. Radium on volume, just so as a rule of thumb, about 0.3% goes to radium in transaction fees. So for every $100,000 in volume you're generating, it costs about $300. So if you're doing $1 million, it's about $3,000. So projects that are using this this bot have resources. This isn't for this, $5,000 meme coin to try to, get going. This is used by real teams, real projects, and real developers. So the ability to control that and turn it up, turn it down, turn it on, turn it off within that time frame is crucial. And then obviously, if you have any SOL left over that you didn't use, you can always withdraw it or leave it in the bot and save it for next time.
See, okay, that's pretty straightforward there. And now that I think about it, Rick, I remember vividly. I got a DM from you, and you literally asked me. You said it was years back, maybe a year ago, and you said, if I was to create like a market maker service, would you use it? And I say yes. And here you are, man. And here you are. You went out and just built the volume bot, man. Man of your word, man. I remember now that we're having a conversation now. I remember that DM vividly. So great
So
job,
great.
brother.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's wild, right? And it happened by accident. So the name Solarba, everybody's like, where the hell did you get that name from? And the reason why it's called that is it started out as a simple arbitrage token. I had a 2% tax on a flux beam pool and a 0% tax on a radium pool, and I was burning the tokens that were collected from that tax. People set up their arbitrage bots between those two pools. So as long as I had a little bit of volume, there was consistent volume going. So it was working pretty well. But again, without any narrative and no true utility, it wasn't really going anywhere. So we were sitting at about 2.5 cents, 20K market cap. And that's when I stumbled across Fatality. And I was like, all right, well, this would probably work well. But the problem was Fatality's bot wasn't advanced enough to work with my contract because it was a tax token. So instead of crying about it and putting my tail between my legs, I went out there, brought my team together, and we built one that would work for our token. And that's really ultimately what it started as. I never had the intention to renting it out or anything like that at first. It was simply so I had something for my token. And then it kind of hit me where if I need this, so does everybody else, right? And then the fact that I knew the only one on the market doing it was Fatality, and they didn't work with tax tokens. So I was like, what if I can get that segment of the market? So it started as a very, very small idea and has continuously grown from there to what it's become here today. I mean, we peaked at a little over $2.50, over 100x. We went and we held 50x, 60x plus cents. And it's been a wild, wild run. And with the market picking up and the projects coming out and people just getting more and more familiar with our name, our revenue continues to increase daily. And that's been a win for our chart, for our holders, and the project as a whole, obviously.
Incredible. Yeah, I mean that's and you know what's crazy is about it is that I'm looking at your tokenomics now. You guys only have 1 million token to begin with, and guys have been burning. So let's talk about that. That's pretty 1 million. That's not a lot of tokens at all going around.
Yeah, I like scarcity, right? I like numbers that people can actually understand. I'm not a fan of like the 18,000 zeros and one, right? I know people's narratives like, if this just gets to a penny, well, math is math and that will never happen. So what I like to do is deal with amounts that are more natural and more normal to the human eye in our everyday life. So the 1 million token mark is really a significant one, right? Just saying very scarce, very understandable. And as you start burning away, right, we've burnt 432,000 tokens currently. 432,000 tokens, and we're sitting at $1.20 each token right now. So $500,000 worth of tokens have already been bought back and burnt. So it's pretty wild when you think of it.
Wow. So you guys, wow. So $500,000, is that what you said?
Yeah. So it's, and that's at the current market cap. That's not even at our peak market cap, right? Where 120, our peak market cap is 250. So it's been an absolute wild ride. We're doing an average buyback of, probably close to 100 SOL a week in buybacks and burns.
That's incredible. I love projects like this, guys. So think about that, guys. They're actually generating real revenue, right? Most projects can say, you know what, fuck it, I'll just live off the revenue. Literally, you can just literally live off the revenue. But here they are, to literally buy back 500,000, 500,000, buy it back to the chart and burn. That just to show me that the level of commitment that they actually want investors to win as well, right? Uh, zoom out on that. Like just really just analyze that for a second there. I mean, $500,000, guys. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So yeah,
And
maybe
that's what started me making projects in the first place, right? Was I'm a DGen, I'm a crypto guy. I had my YouTube channel, I had my communities on there, and I just got sick and tired of people getting rugged and myself getting rugged because I love playing in that space. So that's when I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna start making safe projects, right? I can't promise everybody's gonna go 1,000x. I can't do that, but I can at least tell you that I'm gonna make something and do my best to push it and never rug on people and all of those things that matter. I mean, I was here years ago talking about the token kennel. That project, or kennel sphere, it even morphed into. I had that for 4.5 years, right, through bull markets and bear markets, and I just refused to quit until there was just simply no more interest in it because it was a BSC chain token, and let's face it, that's not the fun chain anymore. So I am not somebody that just builds something and runs off and builds something else with a new Telegram name. I've had the same damn Telegram name forever. I build multiple projects. People follow me from project to project because they know at least it's a safe play. And that's really at my core what made me start doing this in the first place. So it would be so selfish and almost disrespectful to my journey if I just made this utility and didn't make it an opportunity for the people around me to win as well.
100%, man. 100%. I respect you for that. So I'm looking at the circulation supply right now. So is this actually two? So there's only 568,000 coins in circulation. That's the total. I mean, I say circulation on there, but I'm assuming that you guys that's pretty much all it is right now, correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's the total supply minus what we've burned. That's it. We've burned, almost 500,000 tokens already. So it's wild when you start putting into there. We've burned almost half of the supply. Just yesterday, I burned, I think it was 6,000 tokens or something like that, or 4,000. It was a lot. It was $52,000 worth of tokens. It was a lot of fucking tokens.
Wow. Now, do you guys have like a set burning schedule, or it's kind of like, you guys just do it randomly?
I do it all randomly to avoid anybody trying to game the buybacks and things like that. I mean, for a while there, I actually let the chart dump off a little bit because we just went on it. If you look at the chart, it went straight up. And I even knew, like, this isn't healthy. We have people here holding from 2.5 cents all the way to $2.50. We need to cool off, or when we do, it's going to be brutal, right? So I stopped doing buybacks for a little while and let the chart kind of course correct and correct itself. And I had, hundreds of SOL in the buyback wallet, and people were just not trying to sell because they saw the hundreds of SOL in the buyback wallet. So I had to kind of pivot a little more and, spend some of that on marketing so they could see that it wasn't all going to go to buybacks, just to kind of make some of those people that were just holding on for a couple more X's have some show their weak hands, so to speak. So we did dip down to 70 cents. Just a week or so ago, and now we're back up to 120. And every time I do my buybacks, they're sticking. We're not seeing a ton of sell-offs on the buybacks, which shows me that people are in the right. These tokens are in the right hands. And then people holding 5,000 or more tokens actually get another share of the revenue. So there's incentive for them to hold 5,000 or more tokens and not sell below that number as well. So 10% of all revenue is split up between those holders.
Okay, so 10% is split up in proportion to the amount that you hold, correct?
Correct.
I see. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys just buy the chart, there's an incentive for the buy back and burn, because ultimately, that's just basic math, right? If they continue to keep on buying back and burn the token, they reduce the supply, which ultimately gives the token more value, right? Scarcity, right? And so, but if you hold, how many tokens do you have to hold in order to get revenue share?
5,000. So it's for the bigger boys, right? Just like this whole project isn't really for $5,000 meme coins to utilize. the revenue portion of this, it's a big boy project. So in order for you to get a piece of this revenue, you need to be in it for the right reasons in the long haul. So it's a $5,000 entry to get the rev share.
Right, right. And so that's like around equivalent to like around, uh, 6,000, 7,000 around there,
Yeah, about 6K.
about this price point. Uh, but yeah, man, the chart looks pretty good. I mean, if you look, you zoom out, the chart looks pretty good. It looks really good if you actually got in early, right? How many X's to date now at launch? I mean, I'm looking at the chart right now. You guys launched this back into like September, and wow, so you guys launched as a very low market cap. Like, how was it launched, and what was the initial market cap on that?
Yeah, so we launched this in late July via Pump Fund. And how it worked is I have a private group, a private pre-sale group where all of my launchers or teams I'm helping launch, I will run pre-sales through those groups, and then we'll kind of do like a big dev buy and distribute tokens accordingly to give everybody a fair entry, a fair market cap on it. So this was a Pump Fund launch back in late July. Actually, this one wasn't a Pump Fund. This was on Fluxbeam because this was the arbitrage tokens. So I did that pre-sale, but it launched at like 20K market cap, like $20,000 market cap, and it peaked up a little bit around 100 200K, and then went back down to 20,000, and then we built out the bot and started showing it off a little bit, and you can just see what that did to the chart. And then once we started getting revenue and the buybacks were flowing in, people went wild to get their revenue shares. And I mean, within a month, we went from 10 cents to over $2. And that was a wild time, right? That was a wild time. So now people are recognizing that we're legit. We're still here. We're still making the revenue. We're growing. We're actually expanding out onto the base blockchain. So base ARBA will be coming out here soon as well. We're going to be running a pre-sale with mirroring the revenue structure of Solarba to give everybody their opportunity to get in early on that one as well. And we're going to be taking over the base blockchain next, followed by Sui after that. So there's a lot coming in right now. It's been a lot of sleepless nights. I know Claire's been haunting me because I'll text her and then she'll text me back and I won't get back to her for 3 weeks because it's been so crazy. But we had to get on here and have this conversation.
Yeah, I think base. I like base. I think base. Being USA, I think that's the future, right? I like blockchains kind of like, let's say like BNB, right? Because we know BNB, there's Binance tied to it, base USA, and then you got Coinbase tied to it. So I think if you zoom out, those guys, they're not gonna let the blockchain fail, and like Sui as well. So I think Brian's doing a heck of a job out there, and I think with Trump now in the office, I think Coinbase is going to do very well going forward. And Base is still brand new, guys. Base is still very brand new. Um, but I think in the future, I think Base is where it's at. We're actually thinking about building on Base as well. So and Sui, of course, that's like the talk of the town now, right? Uh, that's where all the hype is at as well. So it looks like you are very on top of where the trending is, man. You grind, you on here all day, 24/7, or what, Rick?
Pretty much, honestly. I mean, that's what it is. I'm full-time crypto, and I have been for a while. So, with the YouTube channel, with building projects, with being a marketer myself, I kind of have to know what's going on and where the liquidity is moving before it's mainstream, right? I don't want to be trying to build on base in a year when everybody's already on base. I want to be on base when everybody's starting to come on. So everybody's going to have to start to build and try to catch up to the ecosystem I've already built over there. That's kind of been my mentality. If I can get somewhere before everybody else, we're in good shape. So that's kind of my long-term vision for that one. We'll have the base one, we'll have the Sui, we'll have ETH, we'll have pretty much any chain that's going to be bringing attention and awareness, and people are going to want these features. We'll be able to provide them, and we'll be able to build them, and we'll be the one-stop shop for it all.
Yeah, another chain that I think is brand new as far as meme goes is Tron. Tron, Tron is actually accounted for more than 60% of stablecoins transactions. So think about it. Of all the blockchains, Tron's responsible for more than 60% of stablecoin transactions. So there's a lot of liquidity over there right now. It's just that somehow they just got like funneled down to the meme coins, right? But I think with Justin over there, I think Tron may not be this bull run, but I think in the future, I think Tron could be the place as well.
Yeah, Justin's son, he just won't go away. He won't give up, right? So that's what it takes in this space. I think that he's done a lot of good things over the years, and I can see the effort that he's willing to put in to stay relevant and to take some market share can 100% be a blockchain people start building on here soon.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you guys. So, So besides Base, besides Sui, you guys thinking about going over there? As far as the surface, like the futures goes, have you guys kind of strategized? Like, what other things that you guys may be working on next? Or is that something you can speak on or no?
Yeah, so besides side of the next launch on Base and all of that, what we also do is we do help projects launch. So that's something that we've just recently started. We actually will help them build almost like a private-ish launch pad. So I have a token gated community of pre-sale buyers for projects, and they're able to buy into these projects, hold the floor. Projects are then able to get some marketing funds and really start pushing these things, because to your point, it costs $6 to start a project on Pump Fund. It does not cost $6 to run a successful project. It costs a whole lot more than that. And the reason why you get rugged on all day, every day, is because these people don't have money. They don't have funds, and they don't know what to do. So if they have somebody that can help them build a plan, build a marketing plan, put it into effect, raise some funds to make sure that those things can actually go through, then now all of a sudden there's a lot less rugs coming from that area than there would have been from everywhere else. So that's kind of what we've put together. We actually have one right now that I started, and really just to show off the Solarba bot is what we've done. So it's Millionaire Token on Sol, MLNR. It's got its gold ticker on DexScreener right now and all that. We're having some fun with it over there, just to kind of flex and show off. So I just got the boosts on DexScreener for it today. We're going to utilize the bot. We'll be trending here relatively quickly in the top 30 of DexScreener, and kind of flexing and showing off the Solarba bot. So I created this project with the sole intention of using it to use the bot and show people what it can do. Look, it was dormant. Now it's not. Look, it had no volume. Now look, we're at 214K volume in the last hour or so. So just, having those types of options available to us to help new projects, new teams, and really our community have safe plays. Everything's coming together, and it's a hard question to answer what's next, because I'm juggling 100 different things right now, and I'm loving every single minute of it. So we have our Millionaire Token going strong, trying to get that up to a 300K market cap. I have a milestone at 300K floor. I'm going to go ahead and make a YouTube video, put it on my channel. So there's a lot of little fun things like that are going into it, and then I'm working to finalize a pre-sale here later this week into early next week, where if people wanted to jump into a safe pre-sale, they have the opportunity to join my token gated pre-sale group to know that you're in with a bunch of people who paid to be in that group and who continuously will hold floors and help these projects be successful.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm actually, as you speak, and I actually brought up the ticker here. It's doing pretty well. I mean, the chart looks pretty good. 35% the last 24 hours. The volume 260K. That's pretty decent. That's actually pretty good for a small market cap like that. Now, regarding this now this is a private group, right? Now it's not like a full-blown launch pad, correct?
No, I don't want it to be a full-blown launch pad where anybody can just come in, buy up a bunch of stuff, and crash these projects. So people that join my private group, which I can help anybody that wants to. I actually dox your wallets with me, right? So I keep track of your wallets, and if you full sell, right, you sell your full bag on day one, you're booted out of the group. You're not invited back to the next one. Those aren't the people that we want. You start with a 2x from every single pre-sale. So if you can't hold it for 5, 6, 7, 10x, then we don't want you, right? If you're here for 2x, go find some other meme coin to ruin. That's not what we do. So we really do have a really close, tight-knit community. We've got about 60 of us in there right now. So we're going to launch probably one project here this week. We're going to raise 200 to 250 Solana through that raise. And then that's going to give the project a nice war chest to go out there and market with. And then they have me kind of as a built-in advisor to help steer them in certain directions that I know work versus the ones I know don't work as well. So Millionaire Token, then the token gated one is the ACT. So I have all sorts of stuff. I have a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak.
I can see that. I can see that. Actually regarding like Rick says, guys. I think it's easy to launch a token, but how do you keep it going, right? It takes a lot of strategies, a lot of planning, and also the financial side of it as well. But so the first thing I like to do is, right, usually when I pull up a chart, maybe I should do like a class on how I vet out projects, right? I would type into DexScreener. If you guys have not used DexScreener, actually, in fact, the bot that Rick's building is actually mainly focused on DexScreener, so you can boost your ranking and stuff like that. So it's actually great. But I like to look at the sniper, right? The project you guys launched, there was some sniper, but then they all left, which is great. At this market cap, that's what I'd like to see, right? I do not like to see when the market cap is like 3 million and you have all the snipers still in holding like 300K each or like 25 wallets, right? That's not a good way to go in a project. So at this market cap here, 141K, literally nobody's left on the sniper. On the sniper, right? Barely anybody left. This is what you want to look for. And holder distribution looks good. You have the top wallet has, I don't think that's in the wallet, 5,000. 3%, 2%. So it's very well distributed. So yeah, man. So good job. So that tells me that you know what the hell you're doing as far as launching a token.
Yeah, I've done a few of them. And I've assisted in so many, right? I have it down to a science now when it comes to, I love to launch through Pump Fun and Moonshot, honestly. And I just use that dev buy and distribute the tokens from there. Bubble Map still looks good that way if you do it properly. So, the people that don't know what they're looking at, because let me just go on a fucking public service announcement. If you're using Bubble Maps to look for rugs, you're going to get rugged, because everybody uses bundlers now and they don't show up on Bubble Maps. Bubble Maps is 100% useless. Don't waste your time. But people still look at that for various reasons. I still scratch my head as to why. But when I distribute these things, like the pre-salers will have their tokens before it's even live on Radium because of the 5-minute bonding curve that it takes. So I like to really help these projects have a nice, smooth launch. And then you bring a community of 40, 50 pre-sale buyers that already have a relationship and already know each other and joke around and have a great time into these new communities. And it immediately brings a welcoming environment and a amazing Telegram feel for people that are just finding the project. So it really does set these projects up to have a very, very strong start. And, after that, anything can happen. This is crypto. It's meme coin crypto and all that, but giving them that solid foundation of a strong community at launch, good distribution at launch, a war chest for marketing, and then a plan for marketing is very, very critical to helping these guys be successful. And the more that they can be successful running a project, the less likely they are to be successful rugging a project.
That's incredible. Yeah, guys. So if you guys think about launching a project, reach out to Rick. Reach out to him. It looks like he's building the bots. All those necessary tools for you guys for the project to succeed. And it seems like he's been on the space for a very long time as well. Now, I did not know that you have this private launch pad in a sense. So that's pretty cool. Now that one thing that you brought up, Rick, the bundler. And is that something that can you speak on that? Expand on that, because I don't actually know that everybody's using it just because of volume bot right now. Is that something you feel comfortable speaking on?
Yeah, I'll explain what a bundler is, right? As a developer, it's the worst kept secret. And then they use it they give different excuses, right? Like, oh, we have to have supply control. We have to have all this stuff. What they really want is a bunch of hidden wallets that nobody can prove that it's the team wallet. So when they sell them, they don't get anybody complaining that the team's selling. So what they do is when they go on to Moonshot, they go on to Pump Fund, or they just launch directly on Radium or whatever exchange, they have a script that runs with all these preloaded wallets that will snipe their own supply in the same exact transaction where it's listed. So instantly 70, 80, 90% of the supply gets bought up. You see that huge God candle, right? And the distribution looks phenomenal. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is the greatest launch ever. Really, it's a team that controls 90, 95% of the token, letting you guys fight for the 5% and slowly dumping on all the new buyers from these wallets that don't track back to them. Then they just rinse and repeat that, and it's absolutely disgusting. But bubble maps is what people used to try to kind of snuff those out. Let's face it, scammers are smart. They've completely changed how they do it, and bubble maps doesn't pick up these good bundlers anymore.
Yeah, there you go, guys. You guys are getting educated. I should be charging you guys for this. We should be charging you for this lesson. So what I like to do is, now let me know you actually tell me if this is actually a good way to kind of figure out whether somebody use a bundler. So what I like to do is that let's say Pump Fund, for example, right? Let's say a market cap, let's say 20K. And Pump Fund only shows like top 10 wallets, whatever. So what I like to do is I like to get the contract, go paste over into SoScan, right? So that tells me immediately like how many holders, like real holders, right? And sometimes you look at the holders, all of a sudden you don't see a lot of transactions on there, but there's a bunch of holders, right? So most likely they used a bundler. Am I kind of correct on that there, Rick?
That's one type of bundler, yes. They have other types of bundlers that can make it look like individual buys from those wallets. Some developers get lazy and you'll see a whole bunch of the same amount of buy, but if they're good and they have their pre-built Excel sheet, right, they can just have random buy amounts and they just import that into their script. Those wallets are already preloaded and they've done it the right way so they don't track back to the original wallet. They are good. So yes, that does help if you can see that, but there's other ways that these guys can do it. So I would always err on the side of, if you have a tool, expect that the scammers have already figured out how to trick that tool, right? And go back to the fundamentals of what makes a good project a good project. Crypto at its core is supposed to be trustless to a degree, right? You're not supposed to have to trust that this project is going to do what it's going to do. And then in the recent times, more and more people are feeling confident and comfortable putting their names and faces out there and becoming a true business in the space. Maybe those are worth a little more attention than the meme coins that are going to rug on you 10 times and the guy's going to just change his Telegram ID and start over. Or half the time they don't even change the Telegram ID anymore, right? They just go in Telegram as an anonymous developer, and every time they post, it shows that their group is posting, right? All of those are telltale signs of watch out. If you want to get in and gamble, get the hell out of those things fast. Find the projects that are legit. Find the projects that you can look at and say, okay, this is going to be here in 3 weeks, 3 months, and 3 years. Those are the ones that deserve your hard-earned SOL, your hard-earned ETH, your hard-earned Bitcoin. Those are the ones that deserve it, not these guys that are spending $6 on Pump Fund, spending another one SOL to bundle on you, and then just completely dump on your head as soon as it hits the market.
100%, guys. This is actually a very invaluable information here. So I appreciate the information there, Rick. This is something I'm actually fully aware of. Anybody that's been in the space and very into the space, that this is what's going on, and it kind of sucks. It's like, how can I get this out to the majority of the degens meme investors out there, right? Kind of like what you said there, guys. Really analyze the project. Will the project be here for a very long time? Look at the team, right? Is he doxed? Obviously, Rick, he's doxed. He's been doxed for years now, right? and his handle has been the same for years now. So he's not here to really, rug people, and I like those people. It is dirty space, man. I really wish everybody here listening. I wish you guys know what I know. Like, it's so hard to get out. I mean, Rick will agree with me. It's like, God damn, how do we get to this point? Like how does the space get to this point where, and plus you have like Binance, right? Binance, right now, I like CTO, but it seems like, they foster an environment where the project has to get rugged. Like how do you explain that? It's like, the initial people will be rugged. So it's like now everybody started a project. They rug the project, the same team. It could be the same people, the same people. Oh, it's a CTO now, right? So it's like we in the space where we foster an environment that I don't think is healthy. I really don't think it's healthy. Like I wish there was a way to go back to like projects like you, right? Like that your bot project, real revenue, real people working hard. You actually there's incentives for you to be in the project. You get the revenue share, you get the buyback and burn. There's some value to it. Yet somehow those projects are overlooked. Like I just don't understand it. Like I don't get it, man. Like how did we get to this point?
It's wild, right? I mean, you think about on DexScreener right now, all the meme coins that are 5 million, 10 million, $100 million market cap, and they have nothing outside of a community. They have the hope that they're not going to get rugged, and we see it every single day, right? You're going to see 10 of these top 20 tokens that were created today that are $1 million market caps plus are going to rug today. At least 10 of them. That's probably very, very conservative of a number. And it's sad to see, and then it's mind-boggling as a guy that actually builds real stuff that I'm sitting at a 700,000 market cap. Now, granted, we've burned a lot, so if we didn't burn, we'd be at at this price 1.2 mil market cap or so. But that's still really, really low. A $1 million market cap for something that's generating $1 million a year in revenue is insane, really, at the end of the day. So we definitely think that we're at a tipping point with this meme stuff. People are waking up, and it's always fun to get into the meme. I'm still a DJ, and I love the memes, but that's not where the majority of your money is, or should be. And I'll tell you one thing that hurts me, even as a developer of meme coins, right? That millionaire token, that's a meme coin. Go in there, trade it, have fun. There's no utility. We're just going to pump it up on Twitter and use the bot and all those things to get eyes on it. But it pains me when somebody comes in here and says, Rick, you put my last Solana into this project. And I just want to tell them to sell right now, and go put that Solana into something like that has no risk. If it's your last one, don't put it into the riskiest spot in crypto. And I see that far too frequently, right? People chase their losses. They try to, I lost 2 SOL on this rug, so I'm going to put 4 SOL in the next one to try to make up for it. And all the worst financial decisions you could make happen in this space over and over and over again. So I just try to do what I can do to get out to my community and whatever communities listen to say there is something different out there. There is an ecosystem with utility, with memes, with new launches. There is an ecosystem out there that you can take part of and at least know that your risk is only on price fluctuation. It's not a risk of rug. And to me, that's the risk we should all accept in this space, is the risk of price fluctuation. We should never be okay jumping into projects with a risk of rug. That's just, my opinion personally.
100% there, Rick. Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah, man. I've been in the space as long as you have been in, and I've seen it all. And I think at the current climate right now, I would say this is one of the most, like, especially with the normies coming in now, right? Because Trump won the election, and now he's going to be advocating for crypto. And you're going to see a lot of normies coming through with Elon as well. This has got to, I think right now, currently, is the most sophisticated as far as technology, how to trick people, to trick investors. I would say we're at the peak of it right now. Like it's so complicated. It's amazing what is going on right now. And I just don't know how people can survive in this meme space the way it's going like this. You're gonna have like a handful of people. Just those are the ones that's winning. The majority is gonna lose their ass off.
Yeah, and that's really what's happening already, right? You have communities of people that will CTO and dump on all the fresh blood, and everybody just feels like, oh, I just missed that one. You didn't just miss it. It's an illusion, right? 99% of what you're seeing in these gains on these projects is pure illusion. You never had a chance at it. Only the people that knew about it had a chance on it, and they were systematically going to dump on you the entire time. And it takes a real awakening to be able to say that and understand that and know that and believe that, because we all want to think that we're just one pick away from being that millionaire. They are out there, right? They are out there. But throwing money at these random meme projects, these random devs, is not the way to do it. Find people that you know, find people that you trust, find projects that you know will be here next week, and you can afford to go in a little bit heavier than you would on a meme project, right? If you're risking 1 SOL on something that could rug, well, why are you not risking 5 and 10 SOL on something you know won't rug? That is a much, much easier way to make money in this space. Take your 2, 3x on 10 SOL instead of getting rugged 10 times on 10 SOL, right? So there's a right way and a wrong way to have fun and make money in this space. Trying to get rich on every single play is the wrong way, and it's unfortunately the way that most people play.
100%. Well said. Yeah, Rick. Well, I appreciate this invaluable information. Especially you as a developer and speaking to my community in this way. I think these type of discussions, I think we need to have more, because even as myself, like you too, I've been in the space for a long time, and I know every single trick that has been done out there. And even then, I still get rugged. I still get rugged. So imagine all these new people coming in, and a lot of people, they don't want to know what the bundle is. They don't want to know what the volume bot is. So these are the metrics that you have to really be mindful of, right? And I can appreciate a developer coming in here speaking the truth, and you don't see that, right? You don't see that, and that's why he's doxxed, right? That's why Rick is doxxed, and I always respect Rick. The funny thing is, Rick, I just because now with the directions of where the crypto for USA is heading, I've been really trying to catch up on the volume bot and what's going on, and trying to really get to know some good bots out there, so that way when we launch a project, etc., we may need to use some of these tools, right? And here we are. So I actually looked into your bot, man. So it's actually really nice. I actually made a deposit as well just to test it out and kind of see how it works. It's very smooth. I mean, very smooth. It's like click 1, 2, 3, deposit the funds, and you just pick the package, and that's it. So very, very straightforward, very easy to navigate around. Yeah, man, I think I would be using your bot. So let me know how I can further help with the bot. I like the fact that you're doxxed. There's amazing incentive to be in your token, revenue share, etc., and there's buyback and burn mechanic as well. Now, this is the bot, something that you use it privately only, right? It's not something that where like a group will have it like in their group, right? It would not benefit anything, correct?
Yeah, it's like a Trojan trading bot. Think of it that way, right? Like it's like one of those style bots in your Telegram that you would use as the developer or CTO lead or anything like that. We will be launching very, very soon, probably this week or latest next week, an alert bot that is going to alert in groups when people start using our bot on their projects, trying to give people that extra alpha advantage, saying, hey, this project's getting ready to jump up the DexScreener ranks. They're investing into marketing. They're doing a push. So boom, you'll be able to see that right away with our alert bot. So that's coming as well. Like I said at the top, I am doing a million different things right now. We're building a million different things right now. So if you're looking for some new fun stuff, guys, I have new fun stuff. It seems like every single day we're coming up with a new idea and implementing it and working with a new team and putting out a new feature. So, I'll say right now we have Millionaire Token. We're trying to push that to the $1 million market cap. That's our current meme token. We have our ACT, which is Alpha Calls token. That's my private pre-sale token to get into our pre-sale group. We have the Solarba bot right now and token, right? You can actually earn 5% of all rentals for using your referral link. Even if you're not a developer, you can make money by using the referral link. 5% of 30 Sol rental. It adds up pretty nice, right? So there's a shit ton that we're building. And then again, we have the base ARBA pre-sale that will probably be kicking off next week, as well as a pre-sale I'm doing through my private group, helping a team launch here later this week or early next week. So join up our Solarba Telegram. We talk about it all openly in there. We're not hiding. We're not shying away from it. We're not somebody that acts like we're somebody else just because it's a different project. We bring them all together. That way they can all benefit. Having multiple projects from a same core community, there's a lot of benefits to that. There's a ton of benefits to being able to have that core community that you trust to go from project to project and help boost this one up. And, we need to do some Twitter raids on this project. And you can hit them up in 3 different groups and get them all over there to do some raids. So we are doing it different on purpose. So if it's something that interests you, something you want to be a part of, please join up the Solarba Telegram, DM me, and we'll go from there. We'll build some good shit together.
Man, you're a busy guy. But yeah,
that's why I'm full-time crypto. That's why I had to go full-time crypto. You can't do this shit on the side.
Yeah, and you have to. And it's actually you figure out a way how to build an actual project that creates revenue stream, right? And I always say that's so important, right? You cannot just make money off the taxes, guys. You have to bring in real revenue, okay? You create a project and you just want to make money off 5% tax, 5% sales. Come on, that's not a project. That's not revenue, guys. Your project will die. And so you need real revenue project like this in the space. But after this, guys, make sure you join the TG, okay? So I'll tell you what, if you join the TG, just give a feedback on this, right? And we'll pick like a $10 winner over there, right? Just feedback on the AMA, right? But yeah, get to know Rick, get to know the bot. I think he's doing a lot of good things over there. I will be definitely using your volume bot, man. I've never used it because I never had the need to. But we are thinking launching a project, USA Crypto Group. So we definitely will be using your bot. And I'll reach out to you in the DM as well. Maybe get some advice on how to launch a project, etc. But yeah, that'd be great.
Hit me up in the DMs. We'll make sure you're 100% ready. I've launched double-digit projects and helped some big ones go successfully. So there's a lot of weird shit in this space, as you know of, that you got to be ready for. So I'll help you along any way I can, my man.
I appreciate that, brother. Really appreciate that, and I think I will need it. Even though I've been in the space, kind of like really well in tune of what's out there, what are people using, but I never really like use it myself. I don't know where to begin, like what bot to use, etc. So I think that your advice on that will be grateful. But Rick, let's take some of the questions. Okay, we have a lot of questions in the room here under the comment section. A lot of it, I would say probably 99% of it is probably get answered through the AMA. But I'll go try to find some questions here. If you want to, you can go look for one as well. But let me see here. What time is it over there for you, Rick?
We got 5:06 p.m. So I do have to have a hard stop in about 15 minutes. I got to pick up my daughter from school. So while I'm juggling everything, I got my family as well, father of 3. So.
You know what, Rick? You know what? I'm not going to keep you further. I know you're a busy guy. A lot of the questions in here, I think it's like, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know how to come with these questions. Like, but some of the most basic questions ever. But yeah, if Rick decides to come back and answer, I will go through and pick like the best questions later. But there's like freaking 50 questions in here. But yeah, Rick, I don't want to keep you further, brother. Great project. I love your bot. I definitely be using it. Guys, make sure you guys join the TG, okay? I will pin that post after this. You join the TG. We will pick a $10 winner or $15 winner. Just give a feedback on the AMA.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Come on over, and we'll probably do some giveaways here this evening or into tomorrow as well. We like to give away some Sol and Solarba tokens as well. So we like to do some fun stuff in the community. So we'll see you guys over there.
So one last question, Rick. So let's say somebody used to want to use your bot. Like where's the link to that? So they have to join your TG, correct?
They can join the TG. I'll DM you right now the link to it as well. That way, if you want, you can put that in the pinned post for them.
Sure, for sure. And yeah, guys, if you guys think about launching a project, reach out to Rick. Looks like he's been in the space for a long time, and right now his team and himself, they are helping projects, right, to launch good projects without rugging people. So I think that's needed. So reach out to them as well. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a lot of DMs actually, because I know a lot of people looking for ways to launch a project correctly. So this is great.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks again for having me, guys. We'll be in touch, and I'll probably see you before long. Hopefully, next time I see you guys, Bitcoin's over 100K, and Solarba's sitting up there at that $10 million market cap and moving on. So we appreciate you so much for having us. Thank you very much, and have yourselves a great day out there.
Thanks, brother. Take care. All right, guys. Well, hey, I love their bot. You know, I had a chance to really check out the bot, and it's very easy to work with. You can navigate around very easily. And like I said, we are actually, you know, because of the regulations, now Trump won, we're actually launching a project for the first project. So I've been talking to different people, looking at different tools. I've been coming in with like a cold, I think. So I'm not, my bad, my voice a little cracked, but yeah, check out the bot, right? Check out the bot. If you guys think about the project, definitely check out the volume bot. That's what's needed in the space now. You know, when you see a project out there, people launch a project, right? And you see that 12 million volume, right? Most likely it's fake, right? And the next 3 days, you see it go back to like 100 or 80,000, maybe like 20K. So what that means is that they use volume bot. And the unfortunate part is that if for you to compete, for you to get trending, you have to do the same thing now. That's just part of the game. Because if you don't, you can't compete with people out there. So that's what it's for. Well, like I kind of mentioned earlier, you can actually use the volume bot as a community member as well. You know, I've known guys that actually invest into the project and use the volume bot to help the project, right? So it does not have to be the developer who uses the bot only. So anybody can use it, and they have other features as well. So yeah, check out their room, and I will pin the TG. I saw somebody raising their hand there. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm like coming down with a cold. I'm not sure. I don't know what the hell it is. I know it's not COVID. I never taken a shot, so I may die. But let me see here. Every day, actually, you know, we need to pick one winner. So I'm not sure if let's see here. I'm gonna scroll down randomly. We're gonna award one listener. You know, usually I have somebody will pick a winner for me, so that way it's not coming from me. But I see some people raising their hand there. I just unmuted you. But Angry Cat. So whoever Angry Cat is, congratulations. We'd like to award like a $15 listener. So congratulations on that. I'll grab your username here, and we will DM you, or we will make a pin post on this. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get some flu medication, and hopefully I feel better. But after this, guys, just for the fun of it as well, like always, we're gonna do a random number, okay? Maybe 1 to 200, 5 guesses only. And yeah, just random number, and we will give $10 winner as well. I'm not sure where Mike is at. Anyway, Angry Cat, go ahead, Angry Cat. Congrats. You want to say something?
Hello, bro. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Greetings to the whole house. This is really very, very close to me.
Yeah, I can't hardly hear you. Anyway, guys, so we're gonna open up the TG. Make sure you guys join the TG, okay? Join the TG. We'll pick a $10 winner. Just kind of give a feedback. Do not spam with a bunch of like stickers or whatever. Just like an honest feedback, on the AMA. All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.